General Hospital Monday, March 10 recap. Tracy arrested, Valentin's trick revealed, Jason and Anna find Charlotte. General Hospital, GH, spoilers recap for Monday, March 10, indicates that Valentin Cassadine's, James Patrick Stewart, trick was revealed as Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, found Charlotte Cassadine, Scarlett Fernandez. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, was also arrested. So here's how all the GH drama went down. At Jordan Ashford's Tanisha Harper place, she was surprised when Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, surrendered on the whole Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda situation. Isaiah still wanted to keep getting to know Jordan regardless and wooed up online grocery shopping with her. At the Quartermain mansion, Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, was confused over Lois Cirillo, Rena Sover, turning to Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, for help with Giovanni Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, but Lois acted like he already made enough charitable donations. Plus, Sonny understood what it was like to feel alone growing up, so Lois suggested he could relate to Gio and wanted to support him. While Tracy was in the Quartermain crypt, Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, showed up with Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, and a surveyor for the state. A sign was placed on the door to indicate that the crypt had been seized, and Tracy was ultimately handed a court order, which she promptly tore up. It wasn't long until Tracy called the cops, so Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, came over to handle things. Once Emma Drake, Braden Bruner, appeared with Gio, she whipped out her phone and started recording a video to make Drew look bad. Emma basically played up how Drew was harassing his constituents instead of helping them and wondered why he wasn't off doing his job as a congressman. Tracy also questioned how Drew got a court order so fast when the land surveyor's results were just preliminary. Ned eventually got updates on all the trouble and called Jordan over for backup, so they joined the commotion outside. Drew maintained that the crypt crossed over into public land, but Tracy mentioned how he said he'd drop this if he could continue using the Quartermain name. After Drew asked if he was Drew Kane or Drew Quartermain, Tracy suggested Drew would never be a Quartermain, no matter what he called himself. Once Tracy whacked the surveyor's equipment away from him, Drew insisted that was assault, and the surveyor agreed he wanted to press charges. Chase skipped the handcuffs, but he arrested Tracy and dragged her down to the police station. At Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storm's house, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, expressed concern about Lulu Spencer's, Alexa Havens-Bruning, behavior, so Maxie tried to downplay the fact that Lulu broke in Martin Gray's, Michael E. Knight, suite. Maxie also broke girl code by admitting that Lulu ended things with Dustin Phillips, Mark Lawson, and was still in love with Dante before her collapse. That news was hard for Dante to process, but Maxie acted like he needed to be patient with Lulu under the circumstances. At the Quartermain mansion, Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Sutton had a fierce confrontation with Lulu, who insisted Dante had a right to know about his firstborn son. However, Brooklyn didn't want Dante to live with the agony she felt in the 21 years since she'd given the baby up. Brooklyn also didn't want to derail the life of her grown child, so Lulu agreed not to say anything, though she still thought Brooklyn should tell Dante the truth. Before Lulu left, she noted that she found out about this because Lois Cirillo told Martin, so the secret definitely wasn't just in the past. Brooklyn texted Lois to meet her, so Lois joined her in the living room soon after. "How much haven't you told me about my baby?" Brooklyn asked angrily, leaving Lois looking terrified. In Buenos Aires, Jason and Anna sat in a car together outside Valentin and Charlotte's location. Anna thought this seemed too easy and made a prediction that Valentin might be expecting them or someone else. When another car approached, Anna realized the WSB was about to make a move, so she made one first with Jason. Inside the residence, Valentin admitted to Charlotte that it was time to part ways, and that he texted Rocco Falconieri, Fincare, her location pretending to be her. Valentin expected Lulu to come, but it was Anna and Jason who barged in. While Charlotte and Valentin hid, Jason and Anna knocked out the 2 WSB assets that had been sent there to kill Valentin. Since there would be more assets to take their place, Valentin said goodbye to Charlotte before she walked out with Jason. Anna tried to convince Valentin to let her take him into custody, but he didn't think that was a real option. After Anna confessed that part of her would always love Valentin, she tearfully watched him rush out the door. Port Charles was buzzing with shocking revelations and dramatic confrontations on Monday, March 10. From the fallout of a corporate power struggle to a desperate search for a missing child, tensions ran high as secrets unraveled. Tracy Quartermain's arrest shakes Port Charles. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, found herself in hot water when the authorities descended upon the Quartermain estate, slapping her with handcuffs just as she was berating Brooklyn, Amanda Seton, for her latest life choices. The charges: fraud, embezzlement, and obstruction of justice. With ELQ embroiled in yet another scandal, Tracy was accused of manipulating financial records to secure a controlling interest in the company. Michael, Chad Dwell, and Ned, Wally Kurth, looked on, their expressions a mix of shock and exasperation as Tracy protested. But it wasn't just about business. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, arrived with a warrant linking Tracy to a suspicious offshore account tied to a shell company with dubious dealings in Venezuela. Brooklyn, caught between loyalty and disillusionment, tried to intervene, but Tracy shot her a sharp glare. "Don't you dare pity me, young lady," Tracy snapped before being led away. Valentin's trick leaves Laura stunned. Meanwhile, Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, found himself backed into a corner when Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, confronted him about his involvement with pikemen. For weeks, Valentin had played the doting father and repentant son, but Laura had finally connected the dots. "You've been lying to me this whole time, haven't you?" Laura demanded, her voice trembling with controlled fury. Valentin hesitated for only a moment before smirking. "It's called playing the long game, Laura," he admitted. "And unfortunately, sometimes sacrifices have to be made." Laura's stomach dropped as he revealed his latest trick. He had secretly been working with Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, to funnel money through ELQ, making it appear that Tracy was the true mastermind behind the scandal. Tracy was a convenient scapegoat, Valentin admitted with a casual shrug. And now she's out of the way. Laura, horrified, realized that Valentin's actions weren't just about business. This was personal, and it involved Charlotte, Scarlett Fernandez. But where was she? Jason and Anna's high-stakes mission. Across town, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, were working tirelessly to track down Charlotte Cassadine, who had been missing since the night of the fundraiser. Valentin had sworn she was safe, but Anna had her doubts. "If she's safe, why won't he tell us where she is?" Anna murmured, scanning the files that Jordan had given her. Jason, his expression unreadable, simply said, "Because he's hiding something worse than we think." After a tense exchange with an informant, Jason and Anna traced Charlotte to a remote cabin just outside Port Charles. When they arrived, the door was slightly ajar, and Jason's instincts kicked in. Gun drawn, he stepped inside, Anna right behind him. Inside, they found Charlotte huddled in the corner, her eyes wide with fear. But she wasn't alone. Standing over her was a masked figure who, upon seeing Jason and Anna, bolted out the back door. Jason took off in pursuit, disappearing into the woods as Anna rushed to comfort Charlotte. "Charlotte, it's okay," Anna whispered, wrapping her arms around the trembling girl. "You're safe now." But was she? Cliffhanger ending. Who took Charlotte? As Jason chased the mysterious figure through the dense trees, the identity of Charlotte's captor remained unknown. Was it someone working for Valentin, pikemen, or an even more sinister force lurking in Port Charles? One thing was certain, this mystery was far from over. Stay tuned for Tuesday's episode, where the fallout of Tracy's arrest, Valentin's deception, and Charlotte's rescue continues to unfold.